a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News. The City of Rochester says the Deputy Director of Emergency Communications has been suspended for 5 days without pay, and he'll be required to take diversity and inclusion training before he can go back to work. In a brief statement, City Hall says the Emergency Communication Department's investigation found Steve Cousins did in fact make comments on another person's Facebook page which slammed a racial minority. He did it on his own time, on his personal account, but the city says as deputy director, Cousins is held to a higher standard than other employees and is accountable for both his professional and personal actions. The statement says Rochester's Emergency Communications Department is a well-respected, inclusive organization that employees are trained to be professional and respect the people they protect and serve. A 40-year-old Connecticut man has been sentenced to 9 years in prison, followed by 3 years supervised release for his involvement in an illegal gambling and money laundering operation that was based in Rochester. Mark Ruff was sentenced after being convicted of running the online sports gambling business with his brother Joseph and with Paul Borelli. It was based out of a restaurant in Charlotte, and it involved a number of offshore websites. Ruff's attorney says he argued for a lesser sentence because no violent crime had taken place, but Ruff's prior convictions were against him. Rochester police have identified one of the 2 men arrested Tuesday in connection with a shooting on Upper Falls Boulevard. They say 20-year-old Hermes Almodovar was charged with criminal possession of a weapon and menacing. The investigation continues. The other man arrested has not yet been publicly identified. The victim was 23-year-old Kevin Acevedo. He's in satisfactory condition at Strong Memorial Hospital. The criminal complaint filed against a Brighton man accused of making terroristic threats and of child porn says he once worked at a private school in Webster. 25-year-old Joseph Lamika passed a background check for the part-time care assistance job at the Webster Montessori School because he had no criminal record and because his references checked out. The school says in a statement it has no evidence of any inappropriate behavior between Lamika and any of its students. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of these pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.